Two of the new boys of USL League One go head-to-head for the second and final time this season. FC Naples look to make it 3 wins out of 3 for this week, while Texoma hope to finish a 5-game road trip in all competitions with a win. This match is presented by Physicians Regional Healthcare Systems. Care for every goal. Let's take a look at our USL League One standings. And when I tell you it is close, it is close. Our two protagonists separated by just 8 points. The 2 wins in a row for Naples have seen them shoot up into 3rd in the standings, and it's been quite the week for Matt Poland and company. Let's take a look at what happened on For Texoma last week, it was a game that was really entertaining against the Charlotte Independents. Texoma were down 3-1 in going into the second half, but they had an extra man because Swable Maru had a good old swing at Ozzy Ramos, and he was given his marching orders. Then in the second half, JP Jordan off the bench with a brilliant ball in to Luke McCormick to make it 3-2. And then another substitute who came on at the exact same time as JP Jordan was Brandon McManus. Brilliant free kick from Ramos right to the back post, and what a finish that was from McManus. It meant it was 3-3 the final score. Both of them on the bench today as well, but leading the line for Texoma is Ajmir Spangler, leads the team in both goals and assists. He is perfect for the way that Adrian Forbes likes to play. His happy zone is in and around the top of the 18-yard box. Keep an eye out on him tonight against FC Naples. Two teams that are at different ends of the spectrum when it comes to form in the league, but both certainly want to get all 3 points tonight. It's going to be a fun one down in South Florida. We've got lineups and kickoff next.
Hey, same shirt.
Is it?
Well, yours is new, obviously.
It only looks new. That's because he takes it to Tide Cleaners, where we keep clothes looking newer 50% longer. At Tide Cleaners, we care about your clothes as much as you do.
How's it look?
Newer 50% longer.
Awesome.
Hey, same order.
Head to my.tidecleaners.com to get started.
Luxury isn't just about where you live, it's about how you live. At Parker Hudson Homes, we craft bespoke residences where elegance meets effortless comfort. From custom builds to refined remodels, every detail is designed around you, your style, your vision, your way of living. Create a home that's truly yours and discover Parker Hudson Homes today.
Here on Florida's Paradise Coast, you can play your way. Whether you prefer an action-packed court, a leisurely round of golf, or the thrill of watching a professional soccer match, your only challenge is finding a way to do it all. So visit a luxurious playground that scores big for everything from its award-winning beaches to its incredible restaurants. Because when you want a vacation where all is perfect, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades.
This match is presented by Physicians Regional Healthcare System. Care for every goal. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups, brought to you by the law offices of Mark L. Shapiro. Big enough to handle serious cases, small enough to care. Matt Poland names just one change to the side that beat Tormenta on Wednesday. Ian Garrett takes the place of Andres Ferrin on the wing. Carson Hendelong leads the line once again for FC Naples with a league-leading 9 goals on the season. Can he get on the score sheet for the 3rd straight game tonight? It certainly seems likely for him. For Adrian Forbes, he also makes just a single change to the side that drew against Charlotte last week. Pilar Delamini comes into the side to make just his 2nd start of the season, which pushes Ajmir Spengler to lead from the front, with Perkins and McCormick either side. We are moments away from kickoff from Paradise Coast Sports Complex here in Naples, Florida. FC Naples, who started the season emphatically, now are back fighting once again behind 2 straight wins, sitting 3rd in the table at the start of play. A win for them could see them jump into the top 2, and it's quite remarkable what Matt Poland has done here in Southwest Florida. One of the most physical teams in the league against Texoma, who themselves have been a little bit of an underdog. They started the season, went 8 games without a win, then went 8 games unbeaten. But this 5-game away stretch has been very difficult for them. Can they finish it off with a win? We are underway. Naples in all blue against Texoma in their white and red away strip. Nicholas Whaley with you from Paradise Coast Sports Complex in beautiful Naples, Florida. We had a little bit of rain, so the trademark sunset behind Naples Stadium is not going to be there tonight, unfortunately. Take a look at our keys to the game presented by Florida's Paradise Coast. And for FC Naples, it is about controlling the midfield. They are so dominant in midfield with the likes of Chris Heckenberg in there. And like we mentioned off the top, Luca Purpa, who's not just good going forward, but is so good at controlling the midfield. And for Texoma, it's about winning the ball in the final third. They do it almost more than anybody in the league. And they will need to do it tonight against FC Naples. Ball towering up in the air. Purpa's onto it. On the volley was Shiro, excuse me. Now Heckenberg. Naples look to go on the front foot in the early going. Dengler, lovely switch to Glasser. Now Shiro wins the throw. FC Naples already pressing a Texoma team that has had a few injury problems this season. Just the one injury for FC Naples. This injury report presented by law offices of Mark L. Shapiro. Big enough to handle serious cases, small enough to care. Jaden Onan still out with an injury. And for Texoma, the likes of David Mason, but most importantly, Solomon Asante, who's been out the last 2 months. He was so critical in the opening part of the year and was so instrumental in that unbeaten run for Texoma. But he has been absent with an injury he suffered against the Charlotte Independents back in June. That has meant that a few other guys have had the opportunity to step up for Texoma, the likes of Brandon McManus, also the likes of Diego Pepe, who is back on the bench today after serving a suspension. Also new additions like Brian Padilla and Alejandro Padilla as well will be waiting to be called upon by Adrian Forbes. Glasser cannot control this time. Perkins with the throw in. McCormick loses his footing this time. It's been a little bit of a grumpy weather sort of day. You had rain up until kickoff, and it has subsided for now. But that very warm weather that Florida has experienced over the past 3 weeks or so has slowly disappeared, and the rainy season certainly has arrived, which does mean that the synthetic turf here at Paradise Coast Sports Complex will be a little bit more slippery than usual. And FC Naples, who averaged the second least amount of possession in all of USL League One, have had most of the ball to start this one. Switch all the way to the left-hand side by Dengler. Evans will reset all the way back to Delgado. McCormick on the press. Back out to Evans. Lovely ball in for Garrett. Here's Hendelong around the goalkeeper. And Javier Garcia, I think, got that touch, and it was a critical one, because Carson Hendelong was in behind, and a golden opportunity inside 5 minutes. He got the touch, and it was the crucial outstretched arm of Javier Garcia. My, oh my, that was close. This corner kick presented by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson. Chris Heckenberg will stand over this one. Plenty of options inside. Whip to the back post. Dengler is there. The header across goal. Headed away. And the clearance from Delamini ricochets off of the referee, and that means Texoma will get a free kick. It was a swooping cross to the back post. Dengler's header across goal. Ozzy Ramos had to head it off the line in a very dangerous position. Torres. Texoma happy to sit back at the moment. Lovely overlapping run from Cisneros, and it's also a great challenge from Preston Kilwine that time. Can Texoma counter? Teddy Baker couldn't keep it in play. It's as if Teddy Baker's been pressing from the front. Adrian Forbes has been very open to testing different formations to see what works, and he said to me that he likes to have players who can play in any position, who can play anywhere across the front line or anywhere in midfield. He wants soccer players who are very diverse and are willing to play in any position. That's why you see Teddy Baker, who's pressing from the front. You've got Asmir Spengler on the right. And Garrett tried to flick it away from Reed Valentine this time. Free kick for Texoma, just about 7 minutes in. The first time for Los Pajaros, if they can retain a little bit of possession here and start to build. Here's Jordan Chavez. Kilwine will send it long. Headed back in by Dengler. Texoma back here. Tormenta on Wednesday. FC Naples were happy to give up the possession and just win the ball high up the pitch. Glasser's attempted cross is deflected wide for a corner. Second of the evening for FC Naples. Corner kick presented by Anderson. Naples in the ascendancy early on. Can they make the most of it? Option short. It is whipped in towards the back post, and the overhead kick from Hendelong deflects wide for a goal kick. Actually looked as if that was Jake Dengler right inside the 6-yard box with the attempt of the acrobatic. Didn't work out this time. Javier Garcia will take the goal kick for Texoma, his 12th start of the season and also his 12th straight start in USL League One. Took the #1 position away from Mason McCready and been instrumental for Texoma in on that 8-game unbeaten run that they had from the end of April until mid-June. It's currently second in the race for the Golden Glove. It says a lot for a goalkeeper that hasn't played in every single game in USL League One this season. Another free kick for Texoma on the far side. This could be an early yellow card as Julian Cisneros slowly tried to dribble the ball away and delay the restart. Referee Amin Hadzik gives the left back a little bit of a warning. The USL on the CBS Sports Network. Championship Eastern Conference playoff contenders North Carolina FC and Detroit City FC face off Friday, August 15th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. I mentioned earlier how Naples and South Georgia Tormenta, that game was on CBS Sports Network, and it was certainly an exciting one to say the least, as Ajmir Spengler's gone down here. We have a slight collision between him and Ian Garrett. What is a beautiful evening in Southwest Florida. Garrett tried to touch the ball away from pressure and wins the free kick. His first responders night here at Paradise Coast Sports Complex. Thank all the first responders for everything they have done for everyone across not just Southwest Florida but all of the United States, and all those watching from home, we thank you. Long diagonal ball. It's a little bit long for Shiro. The Barra 239 sits behind the goal, as you can see, in full voice, and have been for hours at this point. It's been a fantastic addition to all the supporters groups in USL League One. Really created quite the fortress for FC Naples. They've only lost once when they've played at home, 1-5, drawn 3. They really have been excellent when they've been at home, as they have the tied second best record of anybody at home. Only Chattanooga Red Wolves have been better from their own ground. Shiro, now Glasser, tried to find Hendelong, was cut out by Preston Kilwine. Lovely ball to Shiro. Look to play it across goal, and Kilwine once again forces the corner. Corner kick brought to you by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson. The third corner kick of the evening for FC Naples. Corner kick is whipped in to the back post. Garcia came to punch and collides with Jake Dengler. It will be a free kick for Texoma as Garcia put his body on the line there. Let's take a look at it once again. Put his arms up there. He got to the ball. But it certainly wasn't a happy experience, but he's back on his feet. 27-year-old, came from the Rio Grande Valley Academy. He made 8 appearances in the USL Championship and has brought that experience to Texoma. A fairly young team, quite a few players who are making their first professional seasons. Poor clearance from Garcia. Perkins is onto it. Texoma testing this 3 at the back formation once again with Will Perkins on the left. And Pila Delamini, who's playing off the right-hand side in that wing-back formation, excuse me. It's a quarter of an hour in. From Naples, Florida, Nicholas Whaley still with you. It is scoreless. So you have to say FC Naples have had the better opportunities. Oh, the press from Hendelong nearly catches Garcia out. Naples win the throw, 2 balls on the pitch, but that was very close. Garcia looking for options, and Hendelong was quick on the case. That replay was brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare Systems. Care for every goal. Teddy Baker plays it down the left-hand side. Here's Will Perkins. Flick on by Perkins, goes out of play. Both teams just feeling each other out, you have to say. Both FC Naples have certainly been the better team in the opening going, and they've been excellent in the first half. Have scored 15 in the opening 45 minutes in the first 18 games of the season. Only Westchester have scored more. So you certainly wouldn't be surprised to see FC Naples get on the score sheet early. Scored 2 in the first half against Tormenta on Wednesday. But for both teams, it's been about clean sheets, and that's been the biggest concern for both as of late. McCormick 1-2 with Baker. Spengler outside the foot, great ball in, and the header from Baker just glanced off of his forehead and will go out for a goal kick. First big opportunity for Texoma. Just wide of the post, and I feel Baker could have done better. It's the first time that Texoma have really tested the Naples back line. Two teams in their first years in USL League One. Both have had maybe a little bit of trouble against the fellow expansion clubs. Just a 1 win in 5 for Naples going into tonight. Texoma's yet to beat a USL League One expansion club in the league this season. Most recently lost to Portland, their most recent home match, like at Bearcat Stadium. FC Naples is back home on August 30th against Westchester in another battle of the expansion clubs. Get your tickets now before they run out. Make sure to scan the QR code on your screen now. Flick over the top for McCormick. McCormick still has it. Lovely from McCormick. Away from Heckenberg. Look, McCormick's effort. Sails high and wide. Luke McCormick playing with confidence after his goal last weekend against the Independents. He's been excellent for Texoma, someone that Adrian Forbes says is so useful because he can play in the middle, he can play off the left, he can play off the right. Just the kind of player that Adrian Forbes absolutely loves. A free kick on the far side for Texoma. The game for Texoma on Saturday was 3-3. Like we highlighted off the top, it was quite the crazy game, and against the Independents, it is the highest goals per game fixture in the history of USL League One. There have been 18 goals in total in the first 3 games between Texoma and the Independents. It's quite astonishing, really. It was 3-3 at the weekend. Texoma had to come back from 3-1 down. McCormick started the comeback. Here is McCormick. Spengler. Still Ajmir Spengler into his happy zone. McCormick, lovely spin. Luke McCormick! Delgado makes the crucial save. And it's cleared high and away, but not too far. Headed back in by Ramos. And it will slowly bounce out of play. Texoma starting to ask a few questions of the Naples back line. Lovely spin from McCormick. Delgado makes the crucial touch with his shoulder. It looked like Breck Evans was the one who sent it high and away. The ascendancy that Naples were on in the opening 15 minutes of this one has slowly turned in favor of Texoma. Ian Shiro. It's all the way from right back towards the other side of the pitch. Naples have numbers here. Cisneros. Garrett. Hits cross to the back post. Garcia had to get a hand on it. Luca Purpa was waiting. Here's Perkins now. Spengler shouts for handball. Referee says no. Here's Hendelong. Luca Purpa tried to do the 1-2 with Hendelong. It will be a goal kick. The USL on ESPN2, championship action in the Western Conference as Phoenix Rising take on the surging Eastern Conference Tampa Bay Rowdies in a Saturday night showdown on August 16th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Soma give it away again. Hendelong. He's got space ahead of him. Carson Hendelong lays it off to Garrett, who scores wonderfully. Back in the lineup and on the score sheet. FC Naples hit the front halfway through the first half. 4th goal of the season for Ian Garrett. And he slotted it in perfectly with his left foot. 1-0 FC Naples. Hendelong and Ian Garrett straight to his partner. And in the 23rd minute, Ian Garrett scores what is now the 16th first half goal of the season for FC Naples. Now Texoma must fight back again. They did so last week. Once again on the road, they'll have to do it again. Ian Garrett, who makes just his 4th start of the season for FC Naples tonight. 29 years of age. He's been very impactful off the bench. Now coming into the starting 11. In those forward areas where FC Naples have been so good as of late. He makes the impact. Carson Hendelong with yet another goal contribution. He's been absolutely outstanding. Here's Garrett again! Takes a deflection.
Corner kick for FC Naples.
There will be yet another corner kick brought to you by Anderson. And excuse me, that was Mark Torres. It took a big defensive contribution from Jordan Chavez. It will be yet another corner, 25 minutes in for FC Naples. It will be Heckenberg's cross. That one's a near post. Hendelong's there, spinning was Jake Dengler. We'll sail over the crossbar this time. What a way to get contact on it, and got some power behind it, did Jake Dengler, 26-year-old from Baltimore, Maryland. Quite the career in USL League One. In 81 appearances for South Georgia Tormento, won the 2022 USL League One title for the club. So was captain last season and made the move down to Naples, Florida, their inaugural season. Has been instrumental in the back line, has played every single game for FC Naples this season. Here's Shearer. Perpa. Now Heckenberg. Cisneros. Good ball to the back post! And it nearly caught Garcia unaware. Shearer. Sliding challenge from Perkins. Shearer back to his feet. And then Perkins, at the second time of asking, does give away the free kick.
Free kick.
And from a very dangerous position for FC Naples. Looking to double their lead before the break. There's Ian Shiro. Chris Heckenberg standing over it. Javier Garcia has been called into action quite a bit in the first 27.5 minutes of this one. He's the USL League One Player of the Month of May. This might be required again. Shiro, whip to the back post. Just over the crossbar. Will be a goal kick. Tried to catch the goalkeeper out again, but a little bit too much lift on it this time. Texoma trying to play out of the back. That is a foul from Mark Torres. Texoma just can't get out here at the moment. Can they through Ramos? Out wide to Perkins. Both teams just exchanging possession at the moment. It's frantic at the moment, it has to be said. Both teams are the more physical side in the league, it has to be said. It's the way both teams have assembled their rosters. Both Matt Poland and Adrian Forbes had to start from scratch going into this season. And that physical side is something that Matt Poland really envisioned for this Naples team. He likes to have that grinding mentality. Sometimes call themselves blue collar, if you like. He says there's a lot of problems on the field that can be solved by just outworking the other team. We've seen that the first half hour so far, but can Texoma equalize? About 15 minutes to go in the first half. The only goal coming from Ian Garrett in the 23rd minute. Lovely turn from McCormick. Evans forces the corner. McCormick, 25 years of age. Corner kick brought to you by Anderson. Originally from Derby in the UK. Takes the corner short. Spengler. Spengler, volleyed cross to the back post. Cleared away. And now here comes Glasser on the counter-attack. Glasser inside. A little bit of a heavy touch. Playing it over the top. Preston Kilwine is the furthest Texoma player forward, loses his footing. And now he'll retreat. What will be of major concern for Texoma is that they failed to win any of their last 5 matches when conceding first in USL League One. They haven't been able to do so since they beat Richmond back at the start of June. And they get on level terms. Spengler looked to play McCormick in behind. Stoppage of play here. And see what's going on. As if it was Luca Perpa who was down for a little bit. Who had a little bit of a stoppage. And we'll get a drop ball for Delgado here, who signed this season from the now former USL League One team, North Colorado Hailstorm. There's quite a bit of shrapnel in this FC Naples team from the Hailstorm team that won the Jägermeister Cup in 2024. Delgado, Breck Evans is another one of them. Those two have been essential for Naples this season. Chris Heckenberg's another one of who has come over from the West Coast. He played for Central Valley Fuego, another team that no longer in USL League One. It's a very well-constructed team, it has to be said, for Matt Poland. Doesn't rotate too much, but it means that the squad is very put together, it has to be said. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Well, Matt Poland. He was a little bit disappointed with the way his team reacted to taking the early lead against Tormenta, but was very happy with the way they replied and how well disciplined they were to see out the game, especially in that second half. Luka Purpa was a big reason for that discipline. Someone that Coach Poland said he's known for a while and used to watch him when he played for Chicago Fire's second team. He's so technical, so clean, so good in the final third. Someone who is a little bit more experienced on the team, and it's consistently showing. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half from Paradise Coast Sports Complex in Naples, Florida. Nicholas Whaley still with you. Ian Garrett's goal in the 23rd minute. Different so far, but Texoma have slowly knocked on the door. The Naples defense and Adrian Forbes' side bind that breakthrough and equalize. Naples, they have been excellent when scoring first. And they've scored first at home. They've won 4 times and drawn once. They're yet to lose, so the odds are significantly stacked against Texoma at the moment, but the next goal will be so critical in that conversation. Free kick for Naples, just inside their own half. Will slowly stroll his way towards that center circle. Funnily enough, is Jake Dengler has 3 shots in this game, more than any other player for FC Naples. And I think a big reason for his skills, especially on those set pieces and in those tight spaces, is because he has spent time in the major arena soccer league with Harrisburg Heat. Made 7 appearances in 2024, and I really encourage anyone watching to check out MASL. It's for all those who like to play futsal with your friends and your family. It's a very good way to sharpen the skills, especially when you go back to playing 11v11. Jake Dengler, who's one of the best ball-playing centre-backs in all of USL League One, showcased it already tonight. Deflected cross, headed away by Delamini. Naples keep it in play. As it stands, FC Naples would go level on points with Spokane on 32 points. The 3rd straight win for Matt Poland and company. For Texoma, as it stands, they would drop down to 8th with Greenville Triumph drawing against the Independents at the moment 2-2. It's so incredibly tight in and around the playoff cutoff line. Between 7th and 11th at the moment. It's separated by just 3 points. There are 3 teams in USL League One currently on 21 points. Texoma is one of them. And with Portland Hearts of Pine also drawing against Richmond earlier this evening, it doesn't mean that Texoma will stay in the playoff places no matter the results tonight, but Adrian Forbes would certainly like to stay inside that top 7 if possible. Through ball from Torres is a little heavy and into the hands of Garcia. Need that penalty save on Saturday, did Garcia, against John Baquero, who got 3 assists on the night for the Independents, but couldn't score from the spot. It was a fantastic save from Javier Garcia. Shiro couldn't control this time. Will Perkins will control it near his corner flag. See the counter press from FC Naples. Perkins forced to go long. And that will be a foul against Jake Dengler on Teddy Baker. Dengler pleads his case. Teddy Baker happily take the fall. Cisneros is brought down. It'll be a free kick for FC Naples. Julian Cisneros has been excellent on the left. For Adrian Forbes, he'll be disappointed with what he's seen in the first 40 minutes from his team, but he is quite the character, one of the most just coolest coaches to talk to in all of USL League One, and he's been traveling to every single one of these away games this season for Texoma by car. So if you do the math, he has done over 20,000 miles driving during this USL League One season. And he does that so that he can go to every single game with his wife and his kids. It is such a fantastic feat. He set off for Southwest Florida on Thursday. It's a 20-hour car journey from Sherman, Texas, and means his wife Shelley can come to every single away day and be sort of a team mum, he's told me, and has been a very important figure, especially on this grueling away stretch for Texoma. They've had 5 straight away games now, and that will finally come to an end when they play at home to the Chattanooga Red Wolves next week. 3 of those games were in the league, 2 in the Jägermeister Cup. Texoma yet to win in this stretch in all competitions. Did manage a draw on the road against the Chattanooga Red Wolves back on the 16th of July against the Red Wolves team that just feels like they just can't lose at the moment. Keep grinding out results. It's the team that FC Naples are chasing at the moment at the top of the league. Spengler loses out this time. Barra 239 in full voice over to our right. They'll be certainly delighted with what they've seen from their team so far. Looking for a 6th win at home in USL League One this season. Of course, the highlight win, however, for Naples this season was against Charleston in the Jägermeister Cup. Charleston Battery, who are fighting at the top of the Eastern Conference in USL Championship. It was a fantastic 1-0 win. It was a packed house here at Paradise Coast Sports Complex. That will be a foul against Pila Delamini. Referee tells him 1 more and no more. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. It's about 2.5 minutes to go. Not even, 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ian Garrett's goal in the 23rd minute, still the difference maker. While Texoma have had a couple opportunities, FC Naples have really been the dominant force in the opening 45 minutes. Had 63% of possession. What a run. Torres still going. There will be a corner. Wonderful one-touch soccer from Naples. Torres nearly ended up with the second for FC Naples, skipping away from every challenge. That was an unbelievable run. Connects with Carson Hendelong once again, who has really been the epicenter of all the great work that FC Naples have done offensively. This corner kick brought to you by Anderson. Chris Heckenberg. Yet another corner kick. That's to the near post. Texoma can head it clear. Sliding effort from Garrett. Trickle out of play. Looks as if we will have 1 minute of stoppage time presented by Tide Cleaners. On either side, make a big impact before the break. FC Naples would love to double the lead in stoppage time like they did on Wednesday. They'll look to do so from the long throw. Julian Cisneros. He's got options in the center. Cisneros' long throw will come back out to him. Long swooping cross. Oh, it's in! Absolutely astonishing! And now he'll have to try and prove to the world that he meant it. Julian Cisneros with an unbelievable goal to give FC Naples a 2-0 lead going into the break. He took it ever so well, but I don't think even he thought that could happen. He wasn't even looking at the goal, was just trying to get it into the danger area. Javier Garcia will be disappointed with himself. But FC Naples and Julian Cisneros will not care in the slightest. And yet another first half goal. Another first half goal in stoppage time for FC Naples. Can Texoma respond? Spengler! What a stop from Delgado. And that will end the first half. A chaotic final 90 seconds from Naples, Florida. It was a slow burner, that's for sure. It will be 2-0 to go into the break. Ian Garrett got things going in the 23rd minute for FC Naples, and then with practically the end of the first half, Julian Cisneros with an incredible goal from all the way on the left-hand side. It was an absolutely crazy goal. But that will be it for the opening 45. But luckily enough, there'll be another 45 minutes to come. But first, we'll have full reaction at half-time. Don't go anywhere. We've got so much to come from Naples, Florida.
to own end from a tight angle, and it ripples in. Linking with Henderlong, down in the area, finishes anyway. And Naples is in front.
More tables, more entertainment, more slots, more fun. More than you expected. There's more in paradise at Seminole Casino Hotel in Immokalee.
Well, it was a chaotic opening 45 minutes that ended with a bang. It's halftime, brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare System. Care for every goal. We'll take a look at what happened on the latest edition of the Naples podcast. Take a look.
That road trip seemed like it would never come to an end, but now FC Naples has returned to the Paradise Coast Sports Complex. I'm Ryan Kruger. Welcome into Extra Time. We're speaking with head coach Matt Poland about last.
My dream was always to be a professional, and just hard work and dedication, I think, helped me get here. Out of high school, I decided to go to LaSalle out in Philadelphia in the 8-10, then transferred to Drexel University, which I think really just helped me just be a better me, you know, work hard, be around a great group of boys, and have a great community around us. And fortunately, I was able to get picked up by FC Naples, and I truly couldn't be happier.
Yeah, no, we can see big smile on your face, man. You are pumped to be here. So you're a striker, you know, you're a goal scorer. So is that sort of where you envision your role on this team, is to put the ball at the back of the net? Yeah, 100%. Since being young, scoring goals have always been my favorite thing to do, you know, getting able to celebrate and get the team a win. And yeah, I'm just excited, man. I love to score goals, and hopefully I can do the same here in Naples. Wow. Yeah, that's it. What's so amazing, too, about you soccer guys, you're nuts, because it's like you play year-round. I mean, you just finished a season, and you go, oh, I'll go ahead and keep on playing for a few more months. Yeah. No, it's great. I think having a sport that's year-round is amazing, and you can play through the winter, you can play through the summer, the spring. It's good, and it never ends. For someone who's almost addicted to it like me, it's fantastic. That second goal with Carson, I mean, that just turned the tide of the game.
It was a big momentum changer. But you know what I loved about the goal is, obviously, first we defended, as you said, but the number of guys that made hard runs to create the space for Carson to get there was incredible. You know, Ian Cerro took off, Perpa took off, Max took off, and so to see so many players, Farine had a great pass on that as well, and so to see that many players commit to what makes us good, which is running hard. We're at our best, both defensively and offensively, when we're running hard.
Join us every week on Extra Time.
Well, it's been a crazy week when it comes to the semi-professional level of USL. USL League Two had the final at the weekend between Vermont Green and Ballard FC, and both FC Naples and Texoma have had plenty of players in there. One of the newest signing, Dominic Backstein, just came from a USL 2 season. Take a look at what happened between Vermont Green and Ballard FC.
USL 2 National Championship between Ballard FC and the Vermont Green. This is a moment very few of us have ever seen. This is a special moment for soccer and for Burlington. It is going to be a big one. These two teams are loaded with talent. They've both led their conferences, their divisions throughout the year, and a chance for Ballard to make it 2 titles in 3 years, and a chance for Vermont Green to do something no one has done since 2010 and go perfect. And the referee points to the spot. He rolls it off the post and in. And Vermont Green take the lead in the National Championship at Virtue Field. And there he is, post to top once again. And Gay recovers it. Curls it back in. Marshall puts it on. And Kinslow, the National Championship goal scorer in NCAA, puts it in 2025. Vermont is the king of soccer. And the Vermont Green win their first ever USL 2 title. And green is the color of victory once again in Burlington, Vermont.
Prinks tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
Another corner kick, and it's perfect for Tampa Bay!
Little one-touch, Aveyevu. Aveyevu sets it up. Aveyevu!
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Hey, same shirt. Is it? Well, yours is new, obviously.
It only looks new. That's because he takes it to Tide Cleaners, where we keep clothes looking newer 50% longer. At Tide Cleaners, we care about your clothes as much as you do.
How's it look?
Newer 50% longer.
Awesome. Hey, same order.
Head to my.tidecleaners.com to get started.
Welcome back to Paradise Coast Sports Complex. Halftime is brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare System. Take a look at what's going on around USL and our news and notes. And this is a big one. A historic return for the New York Cosmos. They are back in American soccer. They will be playing in USL League One in 2026. Also, another big news when it comes to expansions. Casey Keller is now part of the ownership group at AC Boise, and Austin Pack, if you didn't see it, he scored against Greenville last weekend. That was pretty crazy. Take a look at the current standings as it stands. FC Naples still in third. Texoma at the moment in 7th as well, but they will certainly look to get back, at least work their way back in this game against FC Naples, still down 2-0.
Let's take a look at what's going on around all of USL League One. There is a lot of action going on tonight, and particularly, well, it's quite remarkable for whatever reason, whenever the Independents and Greenville play, it is just bonkers. 4-3 at the moment, still with 20 minutes to go in that one. Anything could really happen. The Independents looking to end a 4-game run with straight draws. Union Omaha and the league leaders Chattanooga Red Bulls locked at 1 apiece as well. That one is crucial when it comes to the top of the league. Look at the upcoming schedule for FC Naples. They will now go 2 games on the road, 2 very difficult places to go, forward Madison and 1 Knoxville. But then they'll be back home against Westchester and Greenville, and then the Independence will be a very tricky one indeed on the 12th of September. We've still got a second 45 minutes to come from Naples, Florida. Don't go anywhere. We'll have our full first half highlights and stats right after this short break.
The more you explore Florida's Paradise Coast, the more it becomes clear. With 30 miles of soft white sands, all is beachy in paradise. With endless outdoor adventures waiting for you, all is exciting in paradise. And with award-winning restaurants eager to wow you, all is delicious in paradise. So plan your visit soon, because if you want a getaway where all is perfect, only paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades.
Luxury isn't just about where you live, it's about how you live. At Parker Hudson Homes, we craft bespoke residences where elegance meets effortless comfort. From custom builds to refined remodels, every detail is designed around you, your style, your vision, your way of living. Create a home that's truly yours and discover Parker Hudson Homes today.
Off to Onen from a tight angle, and it ripples in. Linking with Henderlong, down in the area, finishes anyway. And Naples is in front.
Welcome back to Naples, Florida. Halftime is still 2-0 in favor of FC Naples, brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare System. Care for every goal. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. And it was a little bit of a slow burner, it has to be said, but the opening goal came in a flash. First half, let's take a look at the first half stats presented by Arthex. Does an injury have you benched? Explore orthopedic treatment options at orthopedia.com powered by Arthrex. Here are the first half stats. There's 63% possession for FC Naples, which is interesting considering they have the second least amount of average possession in the league. Only Chattanooga have averaged less, but they have those 2 critical goals over Texoma. The second half is about to get underway. Ashmis Spengler set ready for us to get back underway.
Both teams ready to go. Both coaches are ready, and so are we. Amin Hadzik will get us started for the second 45 minutes. Nicholas Whaley with you from Paradise Coast Sports Complex in Naples, Florida. Texoma have a lot of work to do in the second 45 minutes. FC Naples, it looked like it was going to be just 1-0 at the break, but Julian Cisneros' incredible finish meant that the lead was doubled. And now Texoma have double the work to do. Also, Brandon McManus has come into the fray for Texoma. Delamina, who didn't really have a big impact for Texoma in the opening 45, he has exited, and it isn't the big attacking option for Texoma. And for Adrian Ford, Brandon McManus, he is probably the best possible super sub you could have. He made his impact against the Independents last week. Texoma have been busy when it comes to signing a few extra players and making sure their roster is nice and well rounded, all over the top, and Perkins will chase. So many injuries this season for Adrian Forbes, it has meant they've had to dip into the market. That's why the likes of Brian Padilla and Alejandro Padilla, who are both on the bench tonight, have both signed for the rest of the season. Brian Padilla was actually signed on a 25-day contract earlier on in the campaign, but now has returned for the full length of 2025. So Naples will throw in on the far side. Max Glasser. Herper's effort deflects back out for a throw. Corner kick for FC Naples. Presented by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson. Shiro will look to whip this one in. 1 assist on the season. Signed from Georgia FC, has also made 27 appearances in USL Championship. That one swooped in, and once again, Javier Garcia has to be aware and palms it over the bar. It will be yet another corner for FC Naples. Garcia, I think, thought he was fouled. Didn't hold on to the corner kick that time. Shiro will get another crack at it. That one's to the near post. And this time a foul is called against Naples. Garcia is frustrated. It will be a free kick in the end for Texoma. The referee is giving a little bit of talking to Luca Perpa. A 6-yard box where things get a little bit hectic. Calfa. Kilwine. Ooh, nice ball. Both teams just can't really hold on to the ball at the moment. Kilwine happy to just force the throw in. So far, the first 5 minutes of this half have been just like the first, really. Both teams just struggling to hold possession, but it's those half chances that both teams thrive on. Both sit in the bottom 4 when it comes to big chances created. Texoma, the bottom of that category. But they win the ball in the final third. Third most of anybody in USL League One. Naples, a similar situation. Both Texoma and Naples are in the top 3 in terms of clearances per game, which shows just how much they make the most of winning the ball and getting forward quickly. You saw that there with Naples. Carson Hendelong was able to get Naples forward so quickly in transition. See it once again, but this time through Shiro. Ian Shiro. Out wide to Garrett. Naples' first goal scorer tonight. Still Ian Garrett. Brought down, referee says no foul. McManus flicks it ahead. Evans clears. Really nice touch from Cisnero. He's really feeling himself right now. Julian Cisneros still going. Good block from Calfo. And after that wonder goal from Julian Cisneros, he's really playing on fire at the moment. After a great touch, look at this run from the fullback. Cuts to his right, gets away from Chavez, and 2 sliding Texoma centre-backs make the crucial intervention. Replays are brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare System, care for every goal. I feel that Texoma really needs to start encroaching Naples. Just 7 days ago against the Independents, one difference is that Independents had 1 less player. Texoma have fought from behind before. Teddy Baker, as you can see at the top of your screen, he was the one that started everything for Texoma last week. Can he make an impact? He hasn't been too involved in the game, but he is now. Perkins wins the corner.
Corner kick for Texoma, brought to you by Anderson. Trust your home.
Corner kick presented by Anderson. Trust your home with Anderson. It will be Luke McCormick to take. This will be the 3rd corner of the evening for Texoma. They average the least amount of corners per game in the league. They have a good one here. They have a good one here. A good opportunity here for Texoma. McCormick. Whip to the back post. Chavez was up there. And McManus' header will go wide. There will be a goal kick. Chavez was up there with the initial header. Texoma's captain. Set pieces are an aspect where Naples have really thrived as of late. Jake Dengler and Breck Evans in there as the beating heart of that defense. It's so difficult for teams to really dominate on any sort of set piece. Here's Evans. Now Dengler. Look to split it right through to Hendelong. Clearance from Texoma wasn't brilliant. Turn it over once again. Spengler is brought down by Heckenberg. keys to the game in the first half was for Naples to dominate the midfield, and you have to say they've done so to a T in this game. Chris Heckenberg has been excellent in that pivot role, and you have to say that Luca Perpa and Marc Torreas have been excellent as well in the middle of the park. Given Ozzy Ramos or Teddy Baker much room to operate in. It's been the wide spaces where Texoma have been that little bit more dangerous. Still just 2 shots on target for Texoma. McCormick felt he was fouled, and he was, and that is a yellow card issued to Ian Shiro. First yellow card of the evening for both teams goes to the 28-year-old from Colorado. His first yellow card of the season for Ian Shiro. Played under Coach Poland at Chicago House in 2021. One of a number of players that Coach Matt Poland has known personally and seen really grow into great professionals, and has brought them over to FC Naples. A big impact. Ramos's cross, header away from it by Evans. Perkins back into the danger zone. Heckenberg with the touch and the turn. Plays it ahead. Perpa is offside. First offside of the evening for either side, and Luca Perpa just caught a little too far ahead of the Texoma back line. McCormick loses out to Glasser. Naples look to go the other way, and that will be a yellow card for Teddy Baker. Yellow card sponsored by exclusive personal injury attorneys for FC Naples, the law office of Mark L. Shapiro. Teddy Baker will get his 3rd yellow card of the season. Have 2 substitutions momentarily for FC Naples. Andreas Ferin will be one. Tyler Pasnick will be the other. Tyler Pasnick gets subbed on more than any other player in all of USL League One. He's been substituted into a USL League One game 15 times. Ferin, on the other hand, this is his first substitute appearance of the season. It's also the first game where he hasn't been in the starting 11, but quite the impact sub possibility for Coach Poland. And Ian Garrett will be the one who makes way for Ferin. Get a much warranted applause. Ian Garrett, who got the opening goal for FC Naples in the 23rd minute, gets his curtain call just before the hour mark. Ian Shiro will be the other who makes way. Tyler Pasnick, like I mentioned, makes his 14th substitute appearance of the season for FC Naples in USL League One, the most of anybody. Throw-in on the far side for FC Naples. So we tick over past the hour mark. FC Naples in cruise control. Nicholas Whaley still with you from Naples, Florida. Paradise Coast Sports Complex.
2 goals came in the opening 45 minutes. Ian Garrett, like I just mentioned, scored in the 23rd. Then Julian Cisneros, first half stoppage time with probably the goal of the season candidate. With a cross that just looped and looped and looped from the left wing and just found its way into the top right corner. Caught Javier Garcia unawares, who is having not the best night, it has to be said, as he gives away a corner, and he expresses his frustration to the official on the far side. He thought that he kept the ball in play. And referee Amin Hadzik tells the 27-year-old to keep things cool. It will be an 8th corner of the evening for FC Naples, brought to you by Anderson. And 6 more corner kicks have Naples than Texoma in this game. Andres Ferrin with his first contribution of the evening. The header to the near post was deflected, and Garcia can go out and punch, and he was actually fouled in the build-up. It certainly hasn't been the best game from the 27-year-old. He would certainly be frustrated with how that second Naples goal went in. Maybe the ball just got caught in the floodlights. Certainly easy to do so. But it's given Texoma quite the mountain to climb. Through ball intended for Spengler. It's too far ahead of him. Delgado, who hasn't had much work to do, and decides he needs to tighten up his boots. As the captain for FC Naples, has played in every single match this season. Like I mentioned in the first half, is one of the few players for FC Naples who has come from the Northern Colorado hailstorm, and Delgado is one of the best USL League One goalkeepers in the league's history. Say USL League One record in 2023 for most clean sheets in the season with 13, and things are getting interesting now. Dengler and Ozzy Ramos collide off the pitch, and referee Amin Hadzik has to calm things down, and Jake Dengler really not happy with Ozzy Ramos. And Ramos, who went to go and collect the ball, was the one who was put down there. It's Javier Garcia has even come all the way from his own penalty area to be involved in the melee. Oh, then that certainly was an arm out from Jake Dengler. It was an attempted elbow from the 26-year-old centre-back, and it doesn't look like he's going to be given a card of any sort. And in some sense, he's a little bit lucky there. I think rightfully so. Adrian Forbes is furious on the Texoma touchline. Ozzy Ramos explaining the situation to the referee. But from our vantage point, it did look as if there was a swipe. There is no VAR in USL. So no matter what, the referee can't go look at the replay. He will go speak to his fourth official, Diego Lucio, to understand what is going on. Matt Poland saying we got to get back going, and is confused of the stoppage, but at the moment we haven't seen a yellow card for either team. And the referee, Amin Hadzik, is halting proceedings, and there is a card. It will be yellow to Jake Dengler.
And things just turned up a few degrees. Southwest of Florida is normally pretty hot this time of year, but it's now about 5 or 10 degrees warmer on the pitch. Let's take a look at it again. That was, you have to say, it was an arm out from Jake Dengler. The referee missed it. He did get a yellow card. Ramos did not get a yellow card. But an opportunity for Texoma to capitalize. McCormick onto it. Comes all the way out wide to Perkins. And it will go out of play. It will be a throw for Texoma. A chaotic few minutes. And for the team that's 2-0 in front, you wouldn't expect Naples to be the ones who are frustrated with some sort of time wasting from Texoma. It seemed as if Ozzy Ramos was just trying to get things going. A truly peculiar sequence of events that just resulted in a yellow card for Jake Dengler. There will be a substitution for Texoma. Reed Valentine will make way for Lamine Chowner, who makes his 14th appearance of the season. That is now his 8th substitute appearance. Substitution. Just the second substitution, I should say, for Texoma. Substitution that is presented by Seminole Casino Hotel. Imo Kali, more in paradise. Evans clears it out of play. FC Naples a little bit on the back foot in the last couple minutes. That whole scenario might have given a little bit of wind for Texoma. It's a little push in the back. They win their third corner of the evening, brought to you by Anderson. Corner is whipped to the back post. Kilwine across goal and fired in by McManus. A second time, and it will be another corner. Delgado with his second save of the night. Second big save by the 26-year-old. McManus took a second crack at it, and it forced the outstretched palm of Edward Delgado. Ozzy Ramos will take the corner. This one's to the near post. Comes all the way out to the left side. Pastic against McCormick. Referee tells McCormick to get back up, and that is a late challenge from Ajmir Spengler. And it will be a yellow card for the 24-year-old Tampa Bay native. His 5th yellow card of the season, and that was a little bit late on Pastic.
Number 10, Ajmir Spengler. This yellow card brought to you by the law offices of Markel Shapiro.
The yellow cards were dormant in the first 45 minutes, but have sprung up in the second. As Spengler is now in the book. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on the Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Pastic on the turn is cleared away. 20 minutes to go. And a bit of change from Southwest Florida. FC Naples still in control despite a little bit of a chaotic 10 minutes where we've seen Jake Dengler get a yellow card, and there's all kinds of chaos really. Ajmir Spengler also has received a yellow card. Edward Delgado has been called into action as well in the FC Naples net, but the score remains the same. Baker. Texoma cut the lead in half. McCormick. Referee thought about it, said there was no foul. Now can Naples go up the other way quickly? Here's Purper. He's got Cisneros to his left. He's got Hendelong in the middle. All the way to the back post was Pasnik. Couldn't get the right contact. And now here come Texoma the other way. For the first time really in this game, it's end-to-end. McCormick. McManus running down the right-hand side. Chooses to go to Ramos. Spengler. Hasn't been given room to operate tonight, and his frustration has boiled over slightly. Baker tried to flick it back to McCormick. Loses out this time. Naples will look to counter, but Texoma will try and keep them pinned. Can't do so. Perkins won the ball off of Torres. Perkins swooping cross. Didn't have enough bend on it. FC Naples is back home on August 30th against Westchester in another battle of the expansion clubs. Get your tickets now before they run out. It'll be an exciting game to end off August for FC Naples. We will be on the road for the next couple weeks in the meantime. And also in the meantime there'll be a substitution for FC Naples. Luca Purper makes way after what has been a sensational week for him. Kevin O'Connor will take his place for the final 17 or so minutes. Makes his 18th appearance of the season. The 30-year-old who's had quite the career back in his home nation of Ireland, has won 4 trophies with Cork City and made upwards of 156 appearances, also made 13 appearances in the Europa League qualifiers. O'Connor could run onto it here and instead trips up Angelo Calfo, and that will be a free kick. Kevin O'Connor, certainly one of the most established players in this FC Naples team. He's been key figure already this season, but has come off the bench in back-to-back games. But when you have 3 games in a single week, it makes it a little bit trickier, especially for Matt Poland on a roster that is a little bit on the smaller side, especially in comparison to Texoma. And Adrian Forbes told me this week that he's having trouble picking his squad of 18. That's something that Naples haven't really had to do. Garcia came well off his line. Went right through the back of Torres. The referee said there was no foul, but it was outside of the penalty area. Garcia obviously couldn't pick it up, but once again, Garcia taking a risk. It's not the first time that's happened tonight. Delgado plays it long. Baker's header. McCormick, as ever, gets to the ball first. It's a limitless energy, does the 25-year-old. He's arguably been Texoma's best player over this 5-game away stretch. He's excellent in the second half against Charlotte and has shown his sparks of brilliance here tonight, but just hasn't been on the end of the ball when it's really mattered most. And Texoma now have just about a quarter of an hour to really get back into this game. Let's take a look at what happened there moments ago. And Garcia came off his line and had to be physical, and it is a 50-50 ball in the goalkeeper's defense, but did he get the man before the ball? The referee gave the benefit of the doubt to the goalkeeper. Here's Ferin. Ferin tries to get through 3 Texoma players.
And Jordan Chavez, out of frustration, whacks it against the advertising boards. And that will be another corner kick brought to you by Anderson. This will now be the 9th corner of the evening for FC Naples. Tyler Pasnick will be the one to take. A 20-year-old from Scotland will whip it in. That one's to the near post, and Perkins give Naples yet another corner.
Corner kick for FC Naples, brought to you by Anderson. You can trust your home to Anderson.
Passing the Scotsman, who was born in Scotland, but his father is American, has been called up to the U19 US men's national team, will whip it to the back post. Headed back into the danger area by Heckenberg, and a near miss kick from the Texoma back line. Might have even been a blessing in disguise as McCormick sprints down the left-hand side. Naples, with numbers in support, slows Texoma down nicely. Perkins. Texoma have 13 minutes to get back into this one and feel that they must score soon. Give themselves the momentum they oh so need. Flicked back into the area. McManus was just away from it. Delgado smartly will waste a few precious seconds. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. McManus. Does he have options in support? Here's Jauner. Lamine Jauner. Ramos. Once again, the attack just fizzles out for Texoma. Naples happy to just withhold possession at the moment. Jauner. Whipped into the area, header from Spengler. Ramos plays it nicely to Baker. McCormick on the spin. McCormick still going. He was brought down, but the referee waves away the appeals. Naples have it back. They play it long. Henderlong flicks it on. Chavez will send it back to his goalkeeper. Perkins. A game update to give you is that the Independents were up 4-3 against Greenville and have now lost 5-4 right at the death, and that means that the Independents have dropped to 5th in the standings. Naples sitting comfortably in 3rd. The cross into the area, palmed away by Delgado. Once again, the Naples captain called into action. Jauner did ever so well to get that ball into the danger area. Texoma getting closer. Jauner has been really good off that left-hand side since he's come on. It's been a very welcome option.
have a quick reset for both teams, as it looks as if Delgado, just over to our right, is just receiving a little bit of treatment. Got 10 minutes to go in this one. Naples still clinging that 2-goal lead. And have really been in cruise control in this second half. Matt Poland has done an excellent job setting up his team for this second half. Ozzy Ramos started to take a little bit of FC Naples hydration there as he goes back towards his own bench. But this will be a huge win for FC Naples. They'd make it 3 in a row. They would go level on points with Spokane Velocity, who do play later on tonight. But they will be solidified in the top 3, no matter what other results tonight. And FC Naples, who started the year so well, they went 8 games unbeaten from the start, then had a little bit of a speed bump through the middle of the season and through the start of the summer, and slowly crept out of the playoff places, but in the last 2 weeks or so have clawed their way back, and this week in particular have been excellent. Great comeback win against Richmond, and then held on valiantly against Tormenta on Wednesday, but tonight it has been really smooth sailing for Naples. With 8 minutes to go, can Texoma make things a little bit more interesting towards the end? Here is Teddy Baker. Will Perkins. Cross into the danger area, McManus's header. He had a little bit more the 24-year-old realized. Seven minutes to go, and this is maybe a new element of time wasting. We're getting the ball kids involved. Delgado can finally take the goal kick. We should have quite a few minutes of stoppage time at the end of this. Ferrin comes out. Garcia off his line. Once again, Javier Garcia playing the aggressive sweeper-keeper role. And nearly Andreas Ferrin chipping the goalkeeper. Just a little bit too much juice on it. Baker plays it long. Ferrin. And that will be a foul against Chavez. A free kick in a very promising position for FC Naples. It was O'Connor this time who was brought down. We also have a substitution momentarily for FC Naples. It might happen after this free kick, but it looks as if brand new signee Dominic Backstein will be coming in. Dengler goes for goal. Just didn't have enough oomph behind that one. Garcia surveys his options. Just to let you know what else is going on around USL League One at the moment. One Knoxville and forward Madison locked at 1 apiece. Forward Madison have actually just equalized. That will be a little bit of a worry for Texoma, who will be looking over their shoulder after tonight. Torres still going. Torres. O'Connor couldn't come back onto it. And that will be a foul against Mark Torres. And
he will get a yellow card. That will be the third yellow of the night for FC Naples. This might be his final action, as it looks as if he will be the one to make way for Dominic Backstein. We'll have 2 substitutions as well for FC Naples. We will have confirmation on both of them for you shortly. And it will be
substitutions for FC Naples. Replacing number 21, Mark Perez, making his professional debut, number 11,
Dominic Backstein will make his professional debut for FC Naples. The 23-year-old who is just coming off of a USL League Two season with Des Moines Menace. He scored 11 goals in 12 games for the team from Iowa. And a special moment for the 23-year-old from Pennsylvania. Played college soccer at LaSalle and Drexel in Philadelphia. Had 12 goals and 6 assists in 2024 in 16 games over in Philly. A very crucial moment for FC Naples. They haven't really dipped into the market too much, and to get Backstein in over the line is certainly very exciting. That partnership between Backstein and Hendelong could be so exciting for FC Naples, especially towards the back end of the season. And once again, we are witnessing the elegant art of time wasting in USL League One. We're still waiting to get back underway, as away from your screens, Adrian Forbes has been given a yellow card. As the frustrations for the Englishman boil over. As Thomas Rittendale, I should mention, was the other substitute that came in for FC Naples. The one that has come from the FC Naples youth setup. And he replaced number 4, Max Glasser, at fullback. Just 1 more minute to go of the 90. FC Naples just cruising to what will be a 3rd win in a row. And it will be possibly the most successful week in the history of the club so far. Backstein is offside. The referee took its time putting the flag up. And Dominic Backstein thought he was through on goal. Can Texoma start a flurry of a finish? McManus is there at the back post. Comes all the way back out wide to Jaune. His cross to the 6-yard area is headed away. McCormick. Spengler gives it away to Hendelong. But Naples will give it right back. There will be 6 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Tide Cleaners. Cross into the penalty area is sent away. It is enough time
for either Texoma to make things a little bit more interesting or Naples to put the final nail in the coffin. Here's Jauner. Into the danger area, and it's in! Now we've got a game! A big goal from Diego Pepe, who has just come on. And with 5 minutes of stoppage time to play, we've got a game on here. Diego Pepe back from suspension with a big goal in second half stoppage time. That makes things very interesting. Can Texoma level things up? McCormick's down the right-hand side. Whips it across goal. It's deflected by Evans, and it forces Delgado to dive. It's a corner kick for Texoma. This place is edgy. Corner taken quickly. It's Ramos! Sent high and over the bar. 4 minutes to go. I should correct myself. It was Luke McCormick with the final touch for Texoma. It was his header at the near post. That's a second goal in as many games for Luke McCormick. Three and a half minutes to go. Texoma have quickly become the comeback kings. But could the comeback be over? Pasnik! Sails over the crossbar this time. Tyler Pasnik still looking for that first goal of the season in USL League One for FC Naples. Couldn't come on that occasion. Naples crowd getting behind their team, hoping to will them to a finish. Jauner, can he keep it in? No, he can't. Just over 2.5 minutes to go. Texoma must throw everything they can at it. Jauner, he was the one with the assist for Luke McCormick's header. Delgado happy to give his team a few extra commands. He sends it long. Perrine. Here's Rittendale. Sent forward by Evans. Garcia will comfortably collect, but he has to get his team forward. 95 seconds to go. Can Texoma equalize with this late flurry to the finish? McCormick, lovely ball inside. Spengler, it's a corner kick. And in the aftermath, Delgado goes down. Ramos will quickly go over to the corner. Brought to you by Anderson. Settled whatever was going on inside the 6-yard area. Could this be the last opportunity for Texoma? Ramos to the near post. Headed away. Garcia was up there for it. It's an open goal at the moment for Texoma. Spengler. Looping cross. Calfo was there. McCormick. Luke McCormick on his left foot. It's Baker. Jauner! It will be a goal kick, and that could be it. It was pinballing back and forth. It came out to Jauner, who maybe could have taken a touch, but he dragged it wide. And we tick over to what is now the 97th minute. Delgado takes. Still no whistle. Flicked ahead. Farine will chase to it. The referee blows his whistle, and it is 3 straight wins for FC Naples. Texoma attempted the flurry to the finish, and now things have really boiled over. It's a 3rd straight 2-1 win for FC Naples. Texoma will finish this 5-game road trip in all competitions with a defeat, and the frustration boils over. And today's man of the match, presented by WM. WM is driving sustainability. It is Julian Cisneros for his incredible goal at the end of the first half. For just his 2nd goal of the season, and certainly a goal of the season contender. But he was brilliant down the left-hand side tonight. What a night from Naples, Florida. Texoma thought they had a chance at the end. They got a goal in injury time, but Naples holds on once again for a 2-1 win. We'll have the full reaction to this one right after this short break.
Off to Onen from a tight angle, and it ripples in. Linking with Henderlong, down in the area, finishes anyway. And Naples is in front.
Here on Florida's Paradise Coast, you can play your way. Whether you prefer an action-packed court, a leisurely round of golf, or the thrill of watching a professional soccer match, your only challenge is finding a way to do it all. So visit a luxurious playground that scores big for everything from its award-winning beaches to its incredible restaurants. Because when you want a vacation where all is perfect, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades.
Final score is brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare System. 2-1 is that final score. It was quite a hectic one from Naples, Florida. Let's take a look at the full-time highlights brought to you by Maxwell Mortgage Team, financing the world one loan FC Naples. Full-time stats are presented by Arthrex. Does an injury have you benched? Explore orthopedic treatment options at orthopedia.com. Powered by Arthrex. Here are your full-time stats. Texoma had much more of the ball in the second half. It was a very even game. Overall, Texoma just didn't make the most of their opportunities in the second half, and FC Naples have a third straight 2-1 win, 3 wins in 7 days. What a week for Matt Poland and company. They are now tied second in USL League One. It was a feisty one right to the end. Matt Poland will be delighted. Adrian Forbes will be disappointed, but both, I think, will be happy with the physicality of the game itself. For our producer, Zachary Mesa, and our entire USL League One crew, I'm Nicholas Whaley, and for one final time in 2025, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and take care, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.